walking along this abandoned, well, this abandoned road. Almost said abandoned rail line, but this is actually an old road. Of course, I don't know if I consider it abandoned. I think it's still used occasionally, especially by four-wheelers. There's an old cemetery up here. There's a little piece around the next curve to number 9 in my videos. This is supposed to be number 9, cemetery number 9, all the cemeteries and graveyards I filmed. But somehow the video I done here a while back, I didn't upload. I don't know what happened to it. I never got it uploaded. So what I call number 10, because I done what I call number 10 down in East Bank, down in Kanawha County. What happened? I remember filming this, and I remember not remember having the video, but then I don't now. Oh well. This is in the woods near my house here in Mount Hope up Turkey Knob. Okay, somewhere in this stretch it is. It'll be fun to walk here again after all the trees turn. They're starting to now. I see a few here and there, like that one for example, and that one over there. There are a few trees starting to turn. There's a slight, can't see where I'm at. I should say thank you to all my new subscribers. Okay, that's a little loose. Had to tighten the phone thing. It's about to pop out of a little film, a little handheld tripod stabilizer. I need to be careful of that. I'll be hiking the Appalachian Trail here soon. We'll try and film a train and it pop off. That would not be good. Here's this old graveyard. I know how many, I'm gonna film as many of these as I can. But this one was supposed to be number 9. So here's cemetery number 9. And the video of graveyards and cemeteries I filmed. Maybe when I get on the Appalachian Trail I'll film that one again. Why would somebody come and bring a pumpkin in the middle graveyard in the middle of the woods and smash it? Well, don't think you have to walk here. You can take a four-wheeler here, but you're not going to get a car around that gate, so it had to be somebody in a four-wheeler. Because I don't think you're able to walk and carry a pumpkin that far. It's at least half a mile away to the gate. There's another grave. Got something else to point out. You can tell graves by sinkholes. You can see where the coffins are caved in. Back then, a lot of these coffins looked like wooden pine boxes that were not very fancy. So a lot of those, over the years, they just rotted away. I don't know how far this goes back. I found it a little ways up the hill, old graves. Not too far. I just want to get this filmed so I can get it filmed and uploaded before my Appalachian Trail section hike. This is a simple fact. I thought I had this video, but didn't have this video. Now, if you've been following me for a while, I did film this on the old YouTube that I locked myself out of. I think I filmed this a couple of times and uploaded. But I want to re-upload. There's another grave. Of course, the scene is if things work out according to plan, may I'll make it between Pearisburg and Bland. Can't promise I will, can't promise I won't, but I'm going to try my best to. And I'm hoping that one friend can join me. And then maybe later in the year I can go down to North Carolina a little bit. Although if I plan it this way, I know I could stay down at my sister's house for a few days. Do that one little section from Hot Springs and Matt's Pat's. Robert Grace, 1887, 1951. There are gravestones from the late 1800s here. I've seen a few. Elmer E. Smith, 1851-1953. I find this one amazing because the lady was 102 years old when she passed away. She lived a long time. I know there's a few more here. You know, having to postpone this 12 for a week because my mom being sick in the hospital. Good news is she is getting better and she's being released to go home, so that's a plus. Lord answers prayers. I thought she gave us all good scare, I know that. In case anybody knows, she had one heart attack put in the hospital and she had a second heart attack while in the hospital. But she's still here and is going home, and in a week or two she'll be able to go back to work. There's a grave here. Okay, that's an old rusty cross. Is that cast iron cross to a wrought iron? I think that's cast iron. It's very rusty. Obviously been here a while. A lot of these. No, but this might have been made in a machine shop in the mine. You got the Turkey Knob mine nearby. I wonder if the guy got a couple pieces of metal and just welded them together. So what it looks like. It could have been done that way. Then again, I might be wrong and I might have bought it that way. It looks to me like a homemade cross. A few graves here. How far back this goes. A little bit later in the year after we get a couple good hard freezes and there's a lot less leaves on the trees, and we'll see how far back I can find graves here. Actually, I might be able to do that now. I think I did once. I found them a good ways back there. But at the same time, I don't know if that... I have no idea if where I stopped and turned around was the end or it kept going. I do remember finding a few up in here. I don't see any here. I think there might be a grave or two up there, but I'm not sure. And actually, maybe there ain't anything back here. I'm not seeing anything. Oh no, that's just a natural drainage. I'm literally not seeing evidence of graves back here. So maybe they didn't go back that far. I really don't know. Of course, it's hard to look with everything green and lush. I'm kind of sad that summer's almost over. I got mixed feelings. I'm looking forward to exploring the Bennett coal mining towns again. I've been to many of them already. I'm trying to get down to Hawk's Nest State Park and explore some towns down that way. Okay, that's a truck on the highway. I thought it was on the rail line for a second there. Kind of sounded like it. I'm thinking maybe it was a highway truck or maintenance way equipment coming. But it didn't realize it's on the highway. There's a couple of graves here. This one, let's see. Something 60. I can't make out the year. Claire Goody, 1921, 1960. I'm assuming it's 1960 because it's 1921. And that looks like a 60. Yeah, it's hard to make out though, it really is. I remember seeing a couple of graves from the late 1800s here before. I'm not trying to remember where they were. Now that's a deep sinkhole. Maybe it's here. I was just here a minute at the beginning of the video because that's the pumpkin. Now these are interesting. These are four-sided. There are a few graveyards where you have graves in all directions, in all four directions. almost like a cross, but with caskets. This one, I think, just has the one side on it. But there are, I think it's down the newer gorge near Princess, one has on 3 out of the 4 sides. Westerly something. Died in 1902. I need to find that one down there near Prince, because I'll be after my Appalachian Trail section hike before I go looking for that one. I know where it is. It's at that campsite off the campground there. That's a salt lick, I think, along with smashed pumpkin. I'm beginning to think somebody's trying to bait deer in the cemetery. Fenced off area, but there's no gate and it don't look like anything's in there. Well, that stone. This is how interesting how tombstones got their names. Back in the day, there were simple stones like this, for example. Of course, sometimes somebody take a hammer and chisel, and they would literally carve the names of the deceased in there. Somebody passed away back in the day. They literally had the hand carve the names in actual pieces of stone, and sometimes they hand carve the stone to look in a fancy design and make it look fancy and nice and beautiful looking. Of course, they ain't got a lot of stones. I think there are a few just ordinary stones that if you look closer, you can see the hand markings in. Don't worry, I will be back for this in the future, because I do plan on hiking this trail here in about a month, maybe less, when it's very colorful, because it's literally down the street from my house. I walked here from my house because it's not that far. It only takes like 20 minutes to walk. Between 20-30 minutes to walk to the actual trailhead of this road and the gate. And with gas prices being so high, it's kind of things like this is easy to do. I've been walking to this many places on the rail line to film too. Of course, Thurman and Prince I can still go to. It's still a short drive from my house. It don't take long to get there. I can be in both places less than 20 minutes. I do have a friend of mine that don't mind getting helping with the gas when I go to a lot of these places. That wants to be anonymous, don't want people. That somebody helps support my that helps support my YouTube by helping me get to these places, local places. But it kind of has to be places within an hour or two of the house. I usually don't go usually if I go somewhere, it's no more than an hour's drive. Sometimes I'll go like Oakville, which takes a little over an hour to get there. And actually, I think that's like at an hour. Of course, 20 minutes past Oakville, I'm on the Appalachian Trail, which is nice. I'm gonna start to film some of this trail after the cemetery. Beautiful through here. Of course, I won't get any trains this trip. I don't think the train will come back down until early in the morning. The rail line's lay over the hill. There's a deep rail cut here. I'm gonna film from one day here soon, because I'm gonna walk down here one day and wait on the train to come and film it. In fact, Wednesdays I'm going to walk to Glasgow, Virginia and film there. I just don't think I could do it this year. Don't have the funding to do that. Or the time. I'd have to request time off work. Maybe in the spring or something. It's 150 miles from Harrisburg to hike to Oakville. To Glasgow, Virginia, I mean, not Oakville. Sorry. From Harrisburg to Glasgow, Virginia is 150 miles. Of course, I could probably get a shuttle service and take me about 20 miles or so up and skip that part. I've already hiked like 2 times already on the trail. That way I'm not hiking the same section a 3rd time. And then it'll be 130 miles instead of 150 miles. Or I might just hike to Delville one trip and then arrange to be dropped off at Delville, which is 80 miles. Let's take 80 miles out of 130. I'm figuring it out as I go. Like now I got a lot of places on mine. Trying to do that thing in North Carolina a little bit later in the year, because my sister really hopes I can come down for my nephew's birthday. He'll be 1 year old at the last, I think October 28th was his birthday. I might be wrong, but I think it's October 28th. He'll be 1 year old. So I'm gonna try to make it down there. I'm gonna try to plan a section hike of the trail around that time, this in North Carolina area, so I can actually visit. Oh, by the way, here's the railroad right away here. I followed it, and I got a couple of videos on the old YouTube, but I don't think I'll be following it again anytime soon. I don't know yet. I don't know if I want to fight through all that brush to get to the abandoned coal mining town there. There's an abandoned mining town. I just don't think I feel like doing that again. I'm kind of debating if I want to or don't want to. If I get enough people said yes, maybe a little bit later in the year, close to into October when the trees are very colorful, I'll try. But this will be right in the video. I won't make it way too long.